Looking back, everything seems simple. The idea to reconstruct the abandoned and neglected dock areas of the other side of Rotterdam, the south side, into a new part of the city centre now seems logical and familiar. Who doesn't want to live or work on the waterfront, in a beautiful area in the heart of the city? However, a few years ago there were quite a lot of people who thought that it would never work. Who on earth would move south, the ugly duckling of Rotterdam? Just 1.5 centuries ago, the south side of Rotterdam didn't even exist. However, the docks to the north of the river the Nieuwe Maas developed so rapidly that they were extended to the south bank. A whole new part of the city arose. The docks on the south side thrived until the dock activities became too large for the city. They were shifted into the direction of the North Sea. The dock area on the south side became run down. Under the leadership of Riek Bakker, a plan was developed to bring things to life again in the area, the Kop van Zuid plans. A new part of the city surrounded by water, with fine modern architecture against a historical setting. This plan would lift the city centre of Rotterdam across the river. The Nieuwe Maas itself would become the city centre with to the north the Koolsingel and to the south the Kop van Zuid. It started with the Hotel New York, the renovations of the former main office of the Holland-America line, situated on the Wilhelmina Pier, into a 4-star hotel and restaurant were a big success instantly. There are water taxis to carry visitors between north and south. Formerly, the Wilhelmina Pier was the last part of Holland for tens of thousands of emigrants who left for America and Canada. Now it's a historical setting for the tens of thousands of visitors to eat, drink and spend the night here. Since a few years, even the ocean liners are back. A cruise terminal is now situated on this historical spot. However, it doesn't pick up any immigrants, it brings tourists. The Erasmus Bridge became the splendid gateway to this whole new part of the city. It invited the north to cross the bridge, and successfully. The Erasmus Bridge became the symbol of Rotterdam. Once across the bridge, you enter a part of the city that's not only very beautiful, but offers everything a modern city is supposed to. Everything makes you aware that this is a special project in the area of environmental planning and economic development in Holland. Whether it concerns architecture, infrastructure, the layout of a public area, or the mere quality of life, all designs have to pass through a chamber of well-being. A group of specialists who evaluate if all the designs meet the high standards set by the Kop van Zuid. Consequently, not only a pretty new part of the city centre of Rotterdam is created, it has also become an area that unites all the important functions of the city. For every detail, from street furniture to street lighting, applies that only the best is good enough and that it must match the setting. In this way, a good balance between living, working, shopping and relaxation is created. The Kop van Zuid offers rented houses and owner-occupied properties in different price ranges. You can choose from apartments, semi-detached houses, houses for the young, the elderly, and so on. There are big impressive office blocks like the Wilhelminahof. There, customs, the tax authorities and the judiciary are situated. Smaller companies are also very welcome in the Kop van Zuid. The Wilhelmina Pier is developing into a new business centre, which will house many companies. Their core business is telecommunication and logistics for the harbour. For such companies, this is the strategic place. Merging old, new, and water shows many beautiful pictures. For instance, in the entrepot area. The old and formerly modern warehouses are reconstructed into housing complexes, shops, restaurants and terraces. And don't forget, a marina. Soon, over 15,000 people will live on the Kop van Zuid. Another 18,000 will work there. Every day, thousands of visitors and tourists are added to these numbers. The infrastructure is ready for all this. Think about the Erasmus Bridge linking the Kop van Zuid with the Koolsingel in the north. Also on the south side, good through roads have been constructed, connecting to the Rotterdam Ring. The new metro station Wilhelminaplein, the Tram Plus connections and bus connections see to it that the Kop van Zuid can be easily reached by public transport. Everything at de Kop makes sense. Of course, the perfect city doesn't exist, but de Kop van Zuid really comes very close to fit the description. After all, the abandoned dock area is a unique setting for everything that's new. For example, this old warehouse has been renovated into a housing complex for the young. However, the characteristic front has remained. The Kop van Zuid is being developed extensively at the moment, but quite a lot has still to be realised. Nevertheless, it is quite lively already. Moreover, this will only increase as the developments in the area are completed. The new Luxor Theatre will be built here. Countless housing complexes and office buildings will be built, together with a park, squares, shops, restaurants and so on. Rotterdam was given the opportunity to start all over at the banks of the river. It had the chance of presenting a new visiting card for the city. That opportunity was seized with both hands by the city of Rotterdam.